Hello there, Lynx here, and yes, we are playing more of Wind in the Crown. I thought I was about to say Wind of the Crown. It's Wind in the Crown. Anyway, let's see what decision the teams came to and what it will result in. Staring at the three other leaders, the tension in the room is a bit more tense than I expected. Mayra sits in front of us with far more resignation than I expected. Oh boy. Does she think we're all going to turn against her? Oh boy. Well, I admit that most of this world would have her executed before listening to a word she has to say. But if I didn't listen to crazy cultists, Lyrel would never have become my friend. For Lyrel has not killed large swathes of innocent people. I hope.
Have you all decided?
My team has decided. We are going to vote to go with Mayra's plan of purifying the dragon.
The same for us, we'll not forsake our friends.
Lyra!
She would do the same for us. Would she? Would she really? What an odd question. Their lives are far more precious than my own. Words have little meaning.
I mean, not like you would do differently, right? Your words also have little meaning.
But they're all I have when you won't give me a chance to redeem myself, bitch. Unfortunately, while I would love to give you that chance, my team has voted to adopt Sabriel's plan.
Oh my god. Well, that means that the vote is going to the mass vote.
No. I know Pirulin and Rixori voted for the plan. What do you mean no? Because Sabriel is a good person, heart. Isiva. Lo and Ripley voted for Mayra's plan. With my vote, that means we're going to with her plan with a vote of 3-1.
I wonder with my vote, that means we're going with her plan with a vote of 3-1. Oh, okay. Immediately standing up, Sabriel spins around to walk towards the door. I think I caught the glint of tears in her eyes, but she's fighting to keep any of us from seeing her face.
Why you hate me? You think I'm evil? I know you are. Then why? Because I'm not like you. I'm going to give you the chance that you didn't give me or my family. But if you betray us, the last thing I will do is kill you myself. Thank you.
Storming out, Sabriel doesn't say another word. That's for the best considering the growing aggravation on Lyrel's face. I'm actually surprised. I would totally expect her to lie about the actual outcome. So, what do you need, Mayra?
Can I have a moment to go to talk to Sabriel?
I'd really suggest you do not do that.
She's right about one thing. Words are never going to reach her. If you want to earn a shred for redemption in her eyes, we need to survive this. There is no denying that, but I need more than any other mages that we can master. Anyone with even a flicker of potential. By myself, I don't know if I have the strength, but we can do much if we move as one. I'm also going to need a metal pole. And if you can get, if Rika can find to have a tip, that would be wonderful, but I'll make do without. And the hardest request of all, I need a guard to protect the mages while we focus up the magic. I'll need to maintain contact with it for the entire casting. We only need to hold it back for 30 seconds, correct? I can take it from there.
Solely, can you and Sabriel handle the defense while Lyrel and I handle the magical part?
Never mind, stupid question. I was just going to assume you have those qualifications as I spoke previously and allow you to handle it.
But where should we bait it? I think there are a few clearings not too far.
Here.
Why here? If we fail, what are we going to do?
Sabriel's plan, but more importantly, people fight hard when they are fighting against a wall. If we cannot retreat to safety, people will stand their ground.
Kind of true.
It is also coming to our camp tonight and wait to murder us like a puppy with a new chew toy. Thinking back on it, the Game Master never did say that our camp was safe, just that we're not allowed to murder each other inside of it.
That man really is an ass. All because I refuse to play by his rules.
You do enjoy making his life difficult.
He invites it upon himself. A good protagonist doesn't work with the evil overlord.
Sorry, I'll clear up the battleground.
It's okay to smile, Maida.
It is, I don't have to try it anymore.
I bet you she hates us more than the world hates her. But if that were the case, why did she do as much as she did for as long as she did? You would not understand. I would, but none of us are going to have a chance to understand if we weren't prepared. But I'm going to get answers before all of this is over. Maida's motivations, whatever this magical madness is, who you two really are. I'm not letting answers escape me. I look forward to our next tea time debate. Wink.
As do I, if you two will excuse me.
Little do you think we stand a chance?
We'll think evil for good. If Maida can maintain her balance, yes. If not, I will simply have to rip a claw off the monster and tear its heart out with it.
You're strong, but I'm not sure that you can handle that beast.
I'm motivated. Perhaps that is enough.
I hope you're motivated to figure out how to channel magics that we've never touched before.
I'm not.
Too bad.
It is. Would learning help me defending you all?
You're going to help me support Maida, right?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'll be aiding the others in defending you.
But we need you!
You do, but not in that fashion. The shadows do not answer my calls anymore. I will have minimal effect.
Oh crap. Whoa.
But Mayor selection to betray me. I can protect you and then will be once more. I will have purpose once more.
Oh. You still have purpose.
I know. That is why I must be your shield while you are my staff. What? Are you sure? There is no need to be indecisive, for we do not share the mark anymore. We're still bound together.
It's always so creepy and strangely erotic whenever you say that.
Oh.
You're not supposed to just a remark like that.
See you later, Lord Swamp Lizard.
Yeah, see ya in a bit.
Wind in the crowd.
When I was sitting on that train, I ever thought I'd be trying to channel dark magics with a former cultist, a blind elementalist, and a mage from a group of vagabonds. Yeah. But I'm nothing if not flexible. I wonder if it was fate or something else that brought so many mages in a magic devoid world together here. The girl has impressive foresight.
When I talked about becoming one with the unending abyss, I didn't mean the one full of monsters. But if it means that there is a chance of me winning this, then I suppose I'll take hands with the devil. Are you sure that you are physically fit enough to do this? I'm not that yet.
And wow, that's a very low bar to reach.
Just don't ask me to lie on my back or do any heavy lifting. You look like... Do you need every mage or not? Yeah. Then I'm here and willing to help.
We can clearly still see the blood oozing from her wounds. Yes. I can imagine she's feeling anything but intense pain at the moment. I cannot fault her determination, for if I were in her shoes, I'd still be out here doing my best because I couldn't trust others to do it for me. Wow.
I guess the first step is to determine where each of our magics come from in order to figure out how to weave them together to strengthen my spell. I don't suppose someone else gets their magical strength from a dark, mysterious entity from the abyss that promised power and exchange for helping an existence. Years of training and dedication that have allowed me to pull from the weave of magical energy that permeates all things. The elemental spirits that reside in nature come at my back and call when I perform.
Wells of magical powers that reside inside of me that I draw upon.
Oh!
At least for different forms of magical training and power exists in this world, huh? I swear Chief can't be bothered to just pick something and decide on that. Alright. Mira, can you make do with that?
Yeah, I think. So, wave magic is often used to supplement our rituals, so I know how to use it to augment the spell strength. Inner magic is actually preferred for some of the less devoted but less powerful mages.
Ow. Did she just trash talk my words magic?
But primal magic is completely polar to Shadowmer's power. It's impossible to get the elements to kneel to it, and every past experience with primal magic has resulted in being forced to completely dominate it to beneath my uses. It's agonizing to do so and requires more energy than you get out of it. Forgive me, Sienna, but I don't think you'll be able to aid us in this endeavor.
Whatever. All that floundering in the sea of meaningless despair. Try as she might to pretend she doesn't care, the misery in her pale green eyes betrays her real emotions on the matter. You're not just going to walk off and turn your back on what we are doing, are you?
Why not?
Just because your magic is compatible doesn't mean there isn't stuff you could do.
You really don't understand what it feels like to be consciously worthless and have to depend on others to do things for you, do you?
I don't. But that doesn't mean I want to see you just give up and suck in a corner like a petulant child.
Well, you were telling me 2 minutes ago that you all were nervous that I was not physically able to support you. Now that I can't, you want me to stay. You are still a part of us mages, Sienna. There must be something you can do. You could cheer us on. I'm sorry, you want me to do what? Cheer you on.
Mayra leans in to whisper something into Sienna's ear.
Too faint for me to overhear it.
Worst of all, there is no obvious reaction immediately on Sienna's face. It's easier than ever to read her without those glasses obscuring her face, but she's just as closed off as ever.
Very well. If you give me something to cheer about, I'll cheer you on. I adapted for.
Should I get you some pompons?
What are those? Hell, just being a jerk.
Grumbling, Sienna props herself up against a nearby building before she immediately remembers why that is a terrible idea when the dragon has carved up on her back. She really tries her best to pretend she's just a smug, uncaring punk. Too bad for her that I'm sharp enough to see through the facade. Time to show them how a real protagonist does this. I'm not only going to support Mayra, but I will have them all in awe at my skill. Will you for?
Let's do this! Wind and the crown!
In before her supposed magic is not usable at all.
One more time, feel the rhythm!
Feel the rhythm! Feel the rhyme! Get on up! It's bobsled time! Cool running!
I'm trying. The dragon is going to be here soon, Miss Mage Instructor. I'm supposed to be showing us how it's done.
It'd be so much easier if you wouldn't be on my case.
Oh, I lost the dragon. Try to be gentle towards your feelings.
You're not helping.
I'm happy you accept your mortality and the limitations of your new body.
That's not helping.
I think I might have a solution based upon what you've said.
I'll take any solution at this point, even the spark of energy that I could feed into Mayra's blade.
Unless I'm misunderstanding you, under the breath curses towards the chief. You once had drastically more magical power than you currently possess.
Without getting into mind-boggling details, that is correct. He brought me here since that day. I've only had the faintest whispers of the wells of power once wielded.
He wanted to teach you a lesson. I think that this is some sort of punishment as well.
But this was before I sussed him off.
Do you think his plan started at that point?
Okay.
Nobody can take away the power of mage who draws their power from the cells. It's too ingrained inside their very core of being. To do so would almost certainly kill them.
Unless you can decide the rules of reality.
But those are the rules of this reality.
The answer is clear what you need to do. What is the answer?
Telling you is only going to make it harder when we inevitably have to come to blows. I'm not telling you the answer to unlock more of your magic.
Of course, she wasn't going to just give me the answer. I need it. Why would it ever be that simple, yeah? But if she thinks it is a clear answer, then I need to put my mind into her headspace and work from there. And to start with what triggered her thought in the first place. Magic cannot be taken away from a caster who uses magic in the style that I do. If I assume that to be true, then I have to assume that both wells of fire and light are still inside of me somewhere. When I reach out for them, I can only feel the vapid wisps of what was once my great power. My main assumption had been that the book had taken everything away from me except for just a little bit it had somehow missed. But if it can write the rules, why would it leave anything behind? Because I'm meant to have my power. It cannot be taken away without killing me, which goes completely against the whole point of the story. I am to succeed if I am able. Death is a possibility, not assured. But if I were back at my full strength with Literal at my side, then would this even be a challenge at all? My strength was enough to be considered by all as a prodigy. With Literal's heart, I was unstoppable. Disregarding the results of certain fight, a death game would be a slaughter, where one contestant had immense magical strength and the others had sticks. Even the few that have trained would be hard pressed to fight against my experience.
Fat bastard! Insult me all you want, but I'm not telling you.
Not you, any of you. Is it possible to restrict the flow of magical energy one is able to draw upon?
It's not unheard of in the annals of history, but the power to bend someone's flow of magic would be immense.
But if someone had that kind of power...
Yeah, you could essentially cripple a mage.
I'm going to punch him so hard when I see him, and if I keep trying to do things the same way I always had, I would fail because I'd lack the strength despite having plenty of magical power inside of me. And most importantly, if I wasn't able to do things the way I'd always done them, I would come to the conclusion that I had lost my magical entirely.
They attacked your biggest weak point. Your ego wouldn't allow you to consider yourself weakened. Either you are at full strength or no strength.
Clever. He made me weak, but he forgot one critical thing. You can cap the magic, but you can't cap the mind of the mage.
There are several spells that...
It was hyperbole.
Oh! Who are you talking about?
An adversary who thought he got the better of me. Time to show him.
Can you accept your weakness?
No! I'll find new ways to reclaim my old power. For I'm willing to accept what I have now is a far cry from that. Small withdrawals of magic. Intentionally be weak. Just let the magic flow through me instead of being the master of it. Reaching you beside, I grab onto those fumes of power, but they quickly slip through my metaphorical fingers like they done every single previous time. This time I decide to try a different approach. Feeling once again that tantalizing spice of fire in my belly, I begin to draw out the magical energies. No grabbing it by the handful, but taking the metaphorical strands and weaving them out, combining them piece by piece until they are something I can push through. Agonizing moments pass as I do this, drawing it all out, like that feels akin to swing up a mountain with giant boulders being periodically hurled at my chest. Is this what weak mages have to deal with every time they want to cast a spell? No wonder they are so worn out by creating a single spout of flame. Finally think I've gathered enough that I think I could create at least a small flame in my hand. I just need to strike the spark and let it all out.
Hiya!
Or something.
Flame! I knew it.
The flame lasts for a few seconds in my hand, but those few seconds are enough to give me hope. A much needed reminder that I am Aku Hobson, the greatest mage of the mountain.
That's exactly what I need you to do. Feed the power into my spirit and I'll turn your flames to darkness so that it will siphon off that which resides in the beast. If you could avoid setting me on fire until afterwards, I'd be thankful.
You can stop this thing. I don't think even Sabriel will set you on fire.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, honestly, I'd like to know exactly what happened between you two at some point. I'm starting to gather it was far more personal than just you being associated with the monsters that ruined her life.
It's complicated to say the least. Her hatred of me is deserved.
Are you okay?
It's here!
It's the middle of the day. I thought the handspoon rarely came out in sunlight because it weakens them. A bellowing roar puts that thought to shame. It's throwing down the challenge to those that dare to attack it in its holes. Fine, if it wants to throw down the sun, I'll take every advantage it wants to give me. Whoa, why it's suddenly dark? What in all hell is this doing?
Otario ekminetai felati ego.
In a language I understand.
On darkened wings the abyss doth come.
Actual words, not cryptic riddles. Some hellspawn you could use magic to block out the sun in their vicinity. Why'd nobody bother telling me that? That's some key information that makes a critical difference in the coming battle. What are you all doing? Did you not notice the dragon is outside the gate? Of course we did! What are we going to do? It's so far outside acceptable parameters that I don't know if our established plan is still the most effective. It depends. Can this thing do anything else than nobody bothered bringing up? I kindred soul. Too bad we're going to perish before we got the answer. We're going to die here. Are you ready? I was hoping to get a nap in before I had to face off with it, but I'll just take it afterwards.
Since she's not among us anymore, let me speak for Wookie. The Eternal Nap!
You're the entire defense team.
Are we not enough?
We're more than enough to beat back the monster. Sorry, Ufei, Azaya, Ritsuri, Lirel, the best fighters we've got with the exception of Meira.
Ahm-e and PolishLynx are preparing to handle any of the injured. Sabrel has everyone else as a reserve force in case we get knocked out quickly.
You think she'll come to our rescue?
We can depend on her not to run, even if she doesn't want to be part of this, unlike some people.
Oh, are you talking about little old me?
Gee, I wonder.
No, my dear friend Azaya has lent me her knife. I feel a bit more thirsty, with a good blade instead of a stick. Besides, Azaya also assured me that she'd shoot me in the back if I ran this time. I'll take my chances with the dragon.
I'm what the kids call a motivator.
Indeed!
The gates are open and it's coming this way.
It's time.
Remember what happens if you betray us, I won't hesitate.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Fall back, Cyber, and leave this to us. Good luck, Sully. We're going to stick our formation. I'll start take point from one of the mages. I'll keep its focus and assault the front. Soil left flank, little right flank, Rexor get up behind it and see if you can get it up. Shadow here, let it not take a step forward against us. But it hasn't entered the field yet. You're right, sis. Let it take a few steps towards us and then takes no steps forward.
I'll position behind the medical hut. You two can figure out where you're going to hide. It's right behind me, isn't it?
No.
I guess it's right there.
It's just behind you, not right and behind you.
Ready, sis?
Lord takes one last look at me and nods. Stay safe!
Danger is inherent, but we shall try to minimize the danger.
Ufei slaps her wooden blade against her shield as loudly as she can, a focused smile on her face.
Is it a smile for...
You face Junior Lieutenant Ufei, Rich of the Imperial Army Hellspawn. Flee lest you are prepared to perish.
You have a wooden sword, come on.
Worthy challenge, bring it!
As Ufei rushes forward to take the battle away from us, I fall back to my fellow mages, who are probably casting some kind of spell. With hefty grunt, Meira stabs the broken tipped pipe into the ground the same way one would drive an army banner. Morale and I take our places on opposite sides of her.
Remember to channel energies into the pipe. I'll take them and forge them into a spear that will pierce the hellspawn and remove the corruption from it.
And don't set you on fire in doing so, yeah.
Please! And I'll just stand back here and cheer you all on, if you do something worth cheering.
Yes, he's back!
No scream echoes down, so I pray Laurel managed to dodge the attack. Nevertheless, it is a good reminder that we don't have time to waste.
Give me your power, Shadow-me, so that I may purge those that are unworthy of your strength.
Right, ignore that part. Channel the energy and treasure yourself that you're making the right choice trusting Meira. Seconds tick by like hours. I reach back for my wells of power. I could admit it to everyone else, but just making the flame wore me out. Drawing out the threat of the magic inside me is wearing me thin. Why couldn't the dragon have given me a few hours to recover? It's like I'm a year 1 student all over again! I can feel the burning flames begin to ignite my chest. I just need to keep the wick burning inside me, leading the flames to Meira's blade. Out the corner of my eye I can see Moira moving through stances? There is such precision to her actions that I cannot help but admire her finesse. I just wonder what purpose they are for. Does she draw magic through a workout regime? Mary, on the other hand, is far easier to detect. The darkness radiating from her is almost blind. Wait, did you say? No, okay. The darkness radiating from her is almost blinding. The energy being pumped near that blade is stifling. Show off. I can feel my agitation. You would do the same thing. Come on. I can feel my agitation start to push through, and it takes a few seconds to get myself back under control. If pride is a weakness Chief can exploit, I'll fix it and prove him a fool.
Just a little bit more.
Another bellowing roar almost ruins my focus. I glance up to make sure that they are still keeping it back. Which they are. Literal and Faye are dancing around the front of it. Rixori and slowly trying to find weak points in the flanks to get their daggers through. But the creature's dark eyes are glowing brightly. Ignore the minor threats to it and focus on Maida's dark glowing paw. Damn it, it knows what threatens it. The dragon bellows another challenge and... before any of us can react, yet again proves that someone forgot to mention that it has other magical powers. Thanks, Maida, Eri, yeah. A wave of dark energy lashes out from the hellspawn, washing over all of us in a wave of purple black tide. I braced myself to be severely burned, but... nothing. I can't see anything in this. What's this? Its plan? Take away our visibility so that we can't launch an effective attack. Everyone close in! Literal? Silence. I reach over to where Mira is standing next to me to find empty air. That doesn't make sense. Did it kill me? If this is the afterlife, it really needs to spruce itself up. Where is everyone? There is nobody left to hear you. I spin around, ready to engage my latest threat. Who are you? You know who I am? The only person who could ever care about you. The only person you ever cared about. That's an objectively wrong statement.
Is it though?
Is it? Deep in the heart, can you tell me that we are alone in this cold, ugly world that will never accept our glory? What is this? Some kind of weak mental attack? What do you mean? We refer to stroke to ever fall prey to this sort of attack. But let's be honest, who would ever want to be in our brain? Even we don't want to live here. Don't engage. Whatever this is just a magical figment designed to attack my resolve. I need a way to break out of it. But it does raise a very important question. What sort of magic could affect my mind? It should be impossible. Because it didn't. No magic could affect Aku Hobson. Get out of my head. I can't. That's our head on our only refuge. No, this kind of mental attack by dragon's magic. Always so willing to lie to ourselves to protect us from the truth. And the reason we are completely and utterly alone. That's not true. Are thinking of our crazy new path, may Azaya no name? She told me her last name. Oh, then what was it? I'm not good at remembering last names. Oh, you can't even remember your girlfriend's last name? The one you asked out less than 24 hours ago? Ha, you're right. We shouldn't be worrying about her not caring about us. If anything, that's for the best. I feel horrible for her. It's pretty clear that she led a life where she was giving up on everything. Such a happy little girl, wanting nothing more than for all of the pain to stop. And she had to go out with a woman who couldn't care enough to remember her last name. Oh, stop! It just never came up. Never cared before now, but why should it now be any different? Does her last name matter? No. Because all you ever cared about is herself. Who cares about her past? Who she was before these games? But hey, she was a pretty good kisser. When we inevitably dumped her, we at least had that going for us. Stop it. Why am I saying what is in our minds? Azai is just like everyone else in our lives. A pawn? That's true, factual. Aku Hobson, you might be able to lie to everyone else out there, but I know you. I've walked beside you. I've sat in the corner of your mind watching you. You're a horrible person nobody should care in the slightest about. The only person who matters is you. Not your other friends, not your partner who was willing to die for you. Especially not your new girlfriend who cares about your happiness despite you know everything. And that's never going to change. You willingly tossed yourself down the pit. Alone in the pit is where you're going to die and loved misery. It's a magical act. I need to push it out. If I let it in, it will keep dragging me down until it claims my life and my soul. But the words stab deep into me. Each blade of darkness cutting into me. As I damn it, my first thought was, does she really care that much about me? And to undercut my own defense against this. Bait has a point. Maybe. No, get up. You're Aku Hobson. Arrogant. Needy. Puffed up. Competent. Shrewd. Piece of garbage. This was your best attempt. I've walked this edge of this abyss for too long to make such a clear misstep. Sienna. I can't be hungry to do this, but I promise a promise. But singing. Where is it coming from? Just like her voice, it seems to be echoing from every corner of this darkness. But like every time I've heard her speak, there is something different about her voice when she sings. If it's like a warmy day while resting out on an open hill in a courtyard in the Celeste Palace, after I had drained Hector for the last bit of knowledge I could get perfected to my standards. The warmth turns into a burning fire in my heart. The darkness recedes from the corners of my mind, stripping the feeling of drowning sorrow from my mind. It reminds of what I swore. I was going to be the best. The best at everything I did. The best that would never be stopped, even if I didn't have Ash's limitless wells of magic. Prude's familial lineage, hacks, everything. No, that's just not how I live. And Asiana's song. Clearly think with some form of magic I desire to learn for myself echoed inside me. I could hear Azai's voice speaking to me.
Look, if I thought you were totally unable, what would I think of myself? Nah, we'll both figure out this madness we've got ourselves into together.
Oh, but boys, I suppose it was too much to hope that Nirvana had done me a favor and died off before we started this game. I'll ask one more time. Who are you? I'm like more than a shadow of your true self, Aku Hobson, a spectre made manifest. For I suppose you could say, I'm your true opponent in these games. The one you must find a way to defeat if you ever want to go back home without finishing my story the way I want it to be written. Chief, you light-spitting bastard! Dear betrayer, don't insult me. That thing is just here to ensure things continue to flow. You can call me Akulai Shadowmare. Until we begin, Miss Hobson. Pushing all my willpower into the blade to cut through the darkness, I let Sienna's song guide me back towards the light. Standing back up, I look around. Bodies of my cohorts are lying around the battlefield with only a few people left standing. Our protection team lay collapsed in a heap around the dragon. The only person who appears completely unfazed is that group is the one person I knew could hold out against darkness. Lyriel!
Can you hold just a little longer?
They shall not touch her. I'm still here, damn it! It's like I can still hear her voice. Do you still have the spell, Mayra? Clutching into her spear and sweating violently, Mayra gives a small nod. Forcing herself back to her feet takes every ounce of her energy. I'm going to fail you all. I swore I'd see this through to the end. Reaching back inside of me, I drag what little energy I've left back out of me and into her glowing pipe. I want to collapse, but I have my own reason for keeping up. I want to find that thing that called herself Akula and punch her right in the face to get free. I'll not lose here. I'll win this. Maybe it isn't the best reason. Maybe it isn't the most constructive reason. Akula has some valid points about my ego. I'm not the most charismatic person, not the most generous one, nor exact definition of good like Ahm-e. But I'm trying. I care. I'm going to overcome my weakness and win this. That's all I got, Mayra. Focusing up as best as her weary body would allow her, Mayra's narrow eyes lock on her target.
End of all, guide my strike to this creature's demise. Duck, Lyriel!
Lyriel, to her credit, nimbly dodges the lance of evil, corrupt energy stabbing out at our opponent. The blade cleaves through the chest cavity of the mighty beast. It cuts through the creature like a hot knife through the butter, not stopping until it pierces out the massive back. Ah, success! Letting out an agonizing roar, the dragon. Spitting flame, you have got to be kidding me! Not this insanity again! No, not going to play the thing's game again. Eyes closed, ears closed, mouth closed. What was that crashing noise? No, don't care. Whatever like mental magics are coming out of his casting aren't getting me if I don't acknowledge them. Nothing is happening. I currently hear her footsteps rushing towards me. We're going straight into this game, huh? Well, I've got a move prepared for you this time. One punch, that's all I need. It should catch them so off guard that they'll drop. If this really is my mental space, I should be able to turn it into a strike that will echo throughout the ages. Poke? Ah! What did you just say? Poke and not actually poked me! It seems safer considering you believe the battle is still transpiring. Alright, Akula, I am willing to risk stepping into another one of your cunning traps. Why is it bright? Because it is daytime, a period when the sun is overhead.
Should I get Pirulin? Are you right, Aku?
Her brain isn't broke in that fashion. We won, Aku. The Hellspawn's magic is fading away into the abyss like all do eventually. But not us, not today anyway.
Dragon!
Alright, this was only step 1 of the plan. From that deep feminine voice that echoes in my head, it seems we are now going to have to deal with step 2. Fighting a dragon. Turning around, I see the massive beast stirring. Swept black horns, deep cobalt scales that shine in the light, a pair of almost translucent wings, and a thick tail that most certainly could and did do some damage. A blue dragon. Well, at least it is now confirmed that Zoe's plan was doomed to failure. Not that it does any good for Poppy, Wukra, or Zoe now. I just need to figure out what the best argument to convince it to not kill us would be. We don't have much to offer it other than Ares' undying worship.
Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but have you seen my glasses?
Hey.
It's talking to us?
You're the one who took my glasses.
I most certainly did that.
You did when you clawed up my back when you were trying to kill me?
I think you're mistaken. I've never attacked anyone outside of a game with defined rules.
You think attacking me is a game?
Oh, stop.
Stop arguing with the dragon!
We don't have your glasses.
Maybe left them back in the cave.
Wait, shut the matter. Do you not remember trying to kill us literally 2 minutes ago?
I just got here. Where is here exactly? My map is not updated and I see no checkpoints.
You're in our camp. In the middle of something known as the Queen's game.
Okay, can I join in? I really good games. I just got my 70-second chessboard.
I enjoy chess. I don't know the rules of chess even, so yeah.
You should come back to my cave and check out my hoard. It's absolutely amazing. My chessboards come from every corner of the world.
That sounds lovely.
You're not going to eat us?
Nah. Is the way your friends passed out around us?
Miss Dragon. Whoops. The voice. Okay, it's fine. This might seem crazy, but you were possessed by dark magic that turned you into a hellspawn. You've been hunting us and came to kill us all. I know how long you've been a hellspawn or if you had it in control, but...
Does this bar me from the game?
I don't
care about magic stuff or how I got here. Oh, don't worry about this game. I've never heard of it.
It's a game of death.
Oh, neat.
Neat?
It is quite messy.
That's alright, I'm pretty messy myself. Oh, I was already playing with you all. Was that why I attacked you? I'm not very fond of violence, so maybe the hellspawn thing was a boon. If so, I demand that stat sheet on it.
Well, okay, I need to step in and add that line of thinking. The last thing we need is that dragon thinking she gets to play the kill of all of us game.
Oh! Hey, Mr. Strickland, or whatever your name is, we're not like killing each other yet, so if you do that, you won't be able to play.
Are you okay, Azaya?
Pretty messed up about bigger problems.
Azaya is right. We'll allow you to join our group as an ally, Great Dragon, but you have to promise not to hurt us further.
Deal. Collecting new games is the best. My name is Mildred. I'd like to know more about what you all do in this game, but I need to go back to my cave real fast. It's so hard to see you all.
We will come with. Could you just give us a moment? Purifying you was a lot of dangerous work.
Very well.
Dragon!
Hello.
A surprising turn, but welcome one. I just need to collapse for a moment as my nerves and drained wells of magic are threatening to finish me off.
Hey yo, can I get a moment of your time in private?
Is something wrong?
Yeah, just, come on.
But...
Aku, Erika has this right now, just please.
There's something in the way she's gripping my arm and using actual names that has me spooked. Alright, let's head over to the napping tree. Harry, can you...
Dragon, you're a dragon!
I am?
Yeah! Should be fine. Sophonia's already on her way over, so please.
I know it's someone is leaving the safety of the tavern, but I'm not going to let Isaiah down right now. I take her thin hand into mine out of courtesy to help lead her, of course. Yes, I hold it, the strangest sensation runs through me. Isaiah is shaking like a tree in a twister. She's forcing a smile on her face, but...
I'm alright,
Don't worry, your tree, yeah? Your tree is right there.
So I need you.
Whoa. Slumping against her bell of tree, Isaiah grips her hair tightly.
Andrew, why did I say that? Why did I leave me? Why?
It takes me a moment to process what Isaiah could possibly need from me in private that she couldn't just ask for out there. I need to make a quick judgment call on this one. What does someone like her need after a battle? She looks like she's completely losing it. What happened to her?
Were my words enough? Why?
I don't know, Isaiah. What happened?
Please, I don't.
A hack, reassurance. There is no possible way that something like that, whatever her name was, got into Isaiah's head. Impossible. For it is a distinct possibility. If I stop thinking of Isaiah as some unbreakable, psychotic man-woman and start looking at her as someone more like me, I never want someone to hug me for. Come on.
Make them stop. I'm sorry, I never want to hurt anyone.
I move forward to wrap an arm around her shoulder in a weak attempt to at a hug, but Isaiah eventually presses back against the tree.
It's it.
From the muffled sobs, I'm proud for a fleeting moment at choosing the right form of action before the pain in her voice begins to eat at me.
I'm sorry.
What do I say that stops her from crying? There is always a solution to answer to the problem. Almost always. Thought up by me. Hesitantly, I lightly grip onto her arm and leg to try and stabilize her. This is what people do, right?
Damn it, why did I never study this?
Why are you sorry, Isaiah?
I don't want to be alone. Make me stop. Why does it run abandon me? Why, Aku? Why?
I'm right here.
I don't want to drown.
You're free from it. My magic is gone.
Please, just make it stop.
Maybe I should go get...
Don't, please. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to drown in this darkness alone. Somebody, please.
I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. And the dark magic must have done a number on my fortitude as well, because there is a foreign dual edge in my chest. Each distressed wail drives the pain deeper and deeper into me. I need to say something to her, something to make it better. But all I can do is hold her and hope that is enough. Minutes pass by, or hours, I'm not sure. Nobody comes looking for us, so I can't imagine it is that long.
Thanks, Ku.
For what?
Let me get all that off my chest. It took a bit to get all the tears and darkness out.
No problem. Are you ready to go back?
Hey?
What?
I'm just a little surprised, is all. I thought the moment I calm down enough to speak, you'd be demanding answers to it all.
Never crossed my mind.
You're such a terrible lawyer.
Fine, I did. Just that it was obviously bad enough to break you down, but I didn't want to make you relive it.
Wah!
What?
That's really sweet of you, Ku. You're surprising me more and more as the days go on.
In your own words, don't sound so surprised about it. Even I know how to use some tenderness and tact.
So you didn't have any clue what to do or how to make it better, so you decided to stay silent and hope that being there was enough to make a difference?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Well, if,
Stop. I was just going to say that. You can't always fix the problem, Aku. Like, sometimes it's really enough to just be a shoulder to cry on. Especially the way I got attacked. Come on! I know that you wanted to ask me. I thought. Set you up with Hermes line to ask.
I feel like you're baiting a trap for me.
Nah, if I didn't want to you ask, I would change the topic or walk off. I want to talk about it. It might make me a little better.
Then why don't you just go ahead and say it?
Because I want you to ask.
Fine, Isaiah, what?
I thought we were getting the upper hand on this, having to the home field advantage to people who know how to fight give us a better edge against it.
I was lying up cheeky under the tail shirt when it rolled and unleashed that wave. There was no time to dodge out of the way. When it passed, I was being shocked to the void beneath my feet like quicksand, but it felt like it was burning my very soul, screaming out in agony for what felt like eternity as I continued to sink. That's when the first one appeared. His name was Alimenze. He was some noble son that I was dating when I was 5.
When you were 5? What?
Kids stopped laughing serious, but he was the first. I screamed out for him to save me. My voice was shrill, childish. I looked down as I saw where I was. Little Isaiah wearing the black and gold striped tunic I had on the last time I had seen him. He said some cruel, heartless, but true things about me and walked away. Then the next one appeared one by one, each of the boyfriends, girlfriends, flings, one-night stands, crashes, and people. I told myself if I didn't care about the spite you know seriously caring about. One by one they would come up to me and say the thing I was dreaded to hear. Each cut against me exposed hard driving me deeper and deeper into the void.
Just how many partners did you have? That's kind of problematic for me. For Aku maybe not, but... Okay, from Aku's perspective, let's say it's like she's not bothered by that. I would be totally bothered if someone told me, oh, I have a boyfriend and a boyfriend and another and another and another and another and another, like 55,000 of them. Yeah, farewell. Anyway.
Everyone hates me.
Everyone.
Cool, I know most people don't like me. I'm not what you call the #1 girl. You know the whole crazy thing. And you know, I was pretty cool with it for the longest time. Still am. People suck. I know I'm people.
A person.
Details. The point is when you be begging to be saved by all the people you thought you had an emotional attachment to in your life, and they just mock you, calling out all your bullshit. Felt pretty horrorless. Then as the trail descended, I sat down the edge of void and watched as it creeped up past my neck. Told me how I was going to cease to exist, and no single person was going to give a single gram of caring that I was gone. She me just laughed at me. This was what I deserved for being such an awful person. That I was a dent root that nobody would ever read.
A route that nobody would ever read. Yeah, that sounds like a book talk. Whatever dark power it is just proving more and more that it is tied to what is holding me here. What did the nightmare version of me tell you?
That's the weirdest thing of all. It never appeared that too much of it was because you didn't even care enough to come watch me die. And that's what gave me enough strength to fight long enough for Cece's song to clear it all up and bring me back to reality.
But I didn't care.
It was a lie. The other stuff they said was believable and like exploited my mental weaknesses their words had. But I knew that if you didn't care, you are the type to tell me great detail why you didn't care. You'd have gone to lengths so long that I would have tried to draw myself faster to escape it.
Oi!
What? It's true, you always explain everything. So if you weren't there, that meant it was lying. The only reason you could be lying was that you were still fighting to save me. Though it's illogical, but that little bit of hope was all I needed to hold on.
Illogical line of thinking aside, it raises an important point. The darkness used my weaknesses as well to attack me, but even when it was saying how you didn't actually care about me, it never showed you. Having me be the last one to approach you to seal your fate would have been far more effective than saying I couldn't bother. Yeah.
Right, looking back, it screams that it was a trick. Wait! It used me to attack you?
Yes?
Hey, I didn't know I meant to so much to you.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep that in mind. I doubt that was the last time we'll be attacked that way with the crazy, that way we're doing things. Yeah, thanks, I feel so much better now.
Glad to hear it. Anyway, we better get back, yeah. I couldn't use Isaiah to attack me directly, and it couldn't use me to attack Isaiah directly. A curious flaw. Is it because of our fondness for the other, or was it for a more practical reason? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out, for example, in the next episode, because this one will come to an end right here, right now. You know what? Now it makes me wonder, because this game was last updated in September 7th, 2021. I sort of wonder... if IDHAS Studios has anything more planned still. Because you know what? I'm digging this world quite a lot. And like, I don't want it to stop at 3 episodes. The 3 in-game episodes, I mean. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode, of course. Consider liking the video if you did. As per usual, this is the usual spiel I give, even though I don't really like giving it, but whatever. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. It is true, absolutely true, that I'm super glad if you stay around and so on. Twitch with the Instagram in the description as well if you're into that stuff. And of course the game is linked as well, so you can go and play it yourself too. Like for example, maybe you would in the very beginning choose Sienna or someone else. Yeah. Anywho, hope you all have a wonderful day. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow too. Bye bye.